Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be testing out the brand newly buffed War Machine. So out of the 3 buffs, Ebony Maw, Ultron, and War Machine got the full overhaul to his abilities. And when I was reading over the 3, I think they all had some promise. But I think I was just most excited for War Machine just because, you know, he got the most love on this buff set. And I just see a lot of potential. So we're going to apply a couple of pre-fight abilities here. I was trying to see if the cleanse charges could purify suicides at the start, but I don't think they actually do. I do have the Nick Fury synergy though to purify the bleed and then turn it into some regen, and then yeah, we got White Magneto as well, Wags, so that we have basically unlimited parries. So with the new War Machine, he's actually very simple. He's very simple and is just a very good buff overall. One of my favorite things about his buff, and that is, I feel like it's going to fly a little bit under the radar, is his armor up buff. That armor up buff is over 3,000 armor rating, and it's permanent. So you're gonna just like watch the block damage that I take throughout this fight. Like, it's so minuscule, and so like his block is just so strong. I love that, absolutely love that. Just very sturdy block, and you know, having an armor up buff is very good. You know, for fighting Havoc. It's just a good piece of utility to have built in. And so yeah, like I said, War Machine is very simple to play now as well, which again is great. Basically what you want to do is you want to go for 2 special 2s at the start of the fight, and then you use your heavy attack. And you see, as soon as I use my heavy attack, there's a little cooldown icon under my health bar. It kind of looks like a fist. That means it's my heavy attack refresher. It's on cooldown right now. So as soon as that comes off cooldown, once the timer expires, I'm able to, I can heavy bolts on cooldown. It just won't do it the additional effect, which is refreshing War Machine's personal debuffs, like those armor breaks. And those armor breaks are also very potent, similar to his armor up buff, just, you know, inverted for Star-Lord here. So that's all you gotta do. Just, you know, use 2 special 2s. You get those 2 really fat armor breaks. You just wanna, they last for 30 seconds, and you can use your heavy attack refresh every 20 seconds. So you have a 10-second window, you know, 10-second leeway on refreshing those armor up or armor break debuffs, which is plenty of time. I like only like one time when I start to like not pay attention as much, were they about to fall off, but I still even got them back during this fight. So yeah, it's really 2 special 2s, and then you want to build your special 3, and you're going to get a Fury passive, and then you're going to get an additional Fury passive for however many armor breaks you can have on the opponent. And you can only stack up to 2 with the special 2. I think you can only get 2 armor breaks. I don't know, there might be another way, or maybe with like nodes you could cheese this and get to an insane amount of Furies. But yeah, 2 armor breaks, then just go for special 3s. And that's it. It's that simple, and you just get some really great damage output with all the attack you're getting from the Furies and from the armor break debuffs. You're gonna see my basic attacks are doing like 20k. This is a rank 3 6-star champion, but yeah, my crits are doing 21,000 on my special or on my medium attacks, which is pretty crazy. About 9,000 when it doesn't crit on a medium attack. Lights are doing about almost 14,000 crits. Like that's crazy, and it's sustainable damage. I just stuttered for like 20 seconds, but it's sustainable damage. Like it's also not very difficult to get damage. You know, 2 special 2s that take a little bit of ramp up, but then that's it. You know, then you just go for special 3s, and it's just, yeah, it's very simple. And just look at my health. Like, we're at 88% health right now. We've lost 10% due to recoil from the first special 2s. And we're like 88 to 89. Like, the block damage is just like it's virtually nothing, man. I just, you know, it hit your parries, and you just don't take much block. Like 52 block damage. Like that's nothing. Like, this guy is just, he feels very sturdy to play. And yeah, very good to play. I wish, you know, War Machine was more available as a 5 and 6-star champion. I don't have him as a 5 or 6-star on the main server. This is the CCP beta server. Yeah, I don't have him as a 5 or 6-star, so maybe I'll try to do some incursions. Maybe he's in an incursion crystal, because I want this dude. He's, you know, he's pretty slick. I feel like on a new account he'd be a really good pull. He's not complicated to play, but he's just a really good, I think it's just a really solid buff overall. Really happy to see it. And he also brings some niche utility to the table with his own unique pre-fights for the tech class, which is just another cool icing on the cake. That is War Machine. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for War Machine. You can also go ahead and use a special one, which applies some rupture and suppression. That's more for power control and a little bit of damage over time. But if you're just looking for like raw damage and the power is not something to worry about, I think this cycle is the best just for DPS wise, damage per second. Pretty solid. And yeah, man, you're just gonna keep hitting Star-Lord here in Labyrinth. I was about to say Winter Soldier for a second there, but that's the wrong fight. But yeah, and you can you can pretty much keep 100% uptime on those Furies if you play aggressive enough. I've been able a couple of times in this fight to use my special 3 and then get all the way back up to 3 bars before the Furies expire. So it's definitely possible. You obviously, the AI needs to play with you, throw their specials. If they take like 20 seconds to make a special, then it's not going to work. But yeah, in the right scenario, you can keep essentially 100% uptime while you're attacking with those Fury passives, which and you can keep 100% uptime of the armor breaks easily. Like, that's not a problem at all, as long as you're able to weave in heavy attacks against a stun meat opponent. It's going to be trickier, of course, but as long as you can counter their heavy with your heavy, or find some kind of opening to use your heavy attack, then yeah, 100% uptime on those armor breaks, which in and of itself increases your attack by a lot, and then just the Furies on top of it all, just very nice damage. And the special 3 also just great. You're just firing so many rounds into your opponent, man. It's very savage. L3, I love it. And then also I wanted to showcase the Awakened ability, which is Empty the Clip, which I try to do at the end. It doesn't go quite as well as I was hoping, though, which we'll get to in a sec. But with the Awakened ability, once you go to, I believe it's 15% HP, you trigger a bunch of Furies, but then every time you hit the opponent, you lose one of those Furies. And then also, before it used to be armor that you got from Empty the Clip before he was buffed. Now after the buff, it's regen, which is a phenomenal change, absolutely phenomenal. Because a lot of Iron Man in this game, OG Iron Man, Superior Iron Man, Iron Patriot, they all have regen. And War Machine, in the movies, which this looks like the MCU version. I don't know if it is or not, but it looks very close to the War Machine in the MCU. Rhodey steals a regular Iron Man suit from Tony, and then they mod it and stuff. But it should still have the same regeneration capability as OG Iron Man. It never really made sense to me. They're like, why doesn't he have regen? So here I throw my special 2 at the end. It crits for over 100k, which is pretty good. We got kind of lucky on both parts critting. But yeah, that was some pretty good damage. Just trying to showcase some of his other stuff here. Now that the fight's essentially been won, go ahead, throw the special 1. You see the suppressions and the ruptures. The suppression, I believe it lowers his power rate by 50% with all 5. And then I wanted to show you guys to Empty the Clip. So I'm going to take some hits here. But I end up dying. So right here, I probably shouldn't have taken a combo. He hit me with a big crit and I died. But you can see I did trigger the regen. But yeah, that's essentially Star-Lord soloed. He had 5k HP. That would have been like one more hit with War Machine. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the War Machine gameplay. And let me know what you guys think. Have you tested out any of the buff champions? I've only tested War Machine so far. Just been kind of busy today. I just finished working out with my friends and we're gonna go hang out. But yeah, I've only tested War Machine, but really big fan of him so far. Would love to get him as a 5 or 6 star champion. I don't know if I'd take him to rank 3. I feel like on a newer account, he'd be a really good champion to have, with that block. And everything like that, block efficiency with the armor and everything like that. Honestly, probably one of my favorite things about him, that armor, which people might call me crazy for that, but just taking such minimal block damage, it's such a strong ability. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of War Machine and what you guys think of the other buffed up champions, if you've seen some gameplay or tested them, and if there's any other videos you guys want to see from me with War Machine or any of the other buffed characters. You know, let me know, and like let me know what you want to see, like if there's specific fights or damage comparisons or something like that that you want to see. Just, you know, go ahead, let me know in the comment section below. That's gonna do it though. If you guys did enjoy the video, I would appreciate dropping a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.